What's up, everybody? I'm Alex GT, and I'm bringing you a team builder slash battle video for week one of the PML against the Adelaide Absols and their coach Kurt. So as you guys can see on the screen right now is our team. I know I'm having some trouble recording with OBS because my computer crashed again and whatever. But yeah, so for some reason I can't record the actual screen, so I just took screenshots of it. It'll have to do. But here is the basic team. We have Quagga, the Quickavolt, holding the Quick Claw with Air Slash, Bug Buzz, Energy Ball, and Thunderbolt. As I said in the draft recap video, let me just move this picture over to show you guys what the EV spread is. 252 in attack, 252 in speed, 4 in HP. That is just what I always run on Quickavolt. It's shiny as well. Actually, I think they're all shiny for this team. Next up, second Pokemon, we have Farlap, the Mudsdale, holding the Assault Vest with the ability Stamina, with the moves High Horsepower, Close Combat, Heavy Slam, and Rock Slide. Fully invested in HP and attack with 4 in Special Defense, just because you don't really need to invest in defense with Mudsdale because of Stamina, but anyways, I have used this on Showdown before, and I really love Assault Vest Mudsdale, so I wanted to use it in the league as well. Next up, we have Foo, the Entei. It's called Foo because apparently it's based on Foo Dogs, but I also wanted to use Foo the way that Mr. T uses it. So yeah, and it's Choice Scarf because I wanted to, maybe outspeed stuff. I don't know. With the moveset Heat Wave, Shadow Ball, Will-O-Wisp, and Extra Sensory, I realize putting Will-O-Wisp on a Choice Mon is not smart. But I didn't even use Will-O-Wisp if you guys watched the battle because for another reason. But it's fully invested in special attack and speed with 4 in attack. I should have given it extreme speed instead of Will-O-Wisp and given it a different item, but you know what, like I said in the other video, as long as the Mon does work, I don't give a shit. It's good to me. Next up, here on the other page, we have Pringles, the Drapion, holding the Scope Lens with the ability Sniper with Earthquake, Night Slash for all the crits, Toxic Spikes, and X Scissor. Yeah. So it's fully invested in attack and speed with 4 in HP, and it does outspeed quite a few things, so I'm happy about it. But yeah, Sniper, Scope Lens, Night Slash, I mean, it's not as critty broken as Persian in Gen 1, but it's still it crits a lot, which is something that's amazing that I love. Up next, we have Nightlight, the Lantern, holding their Rocky Helmet with the ability Water Absorb, with Volt Switch, Dazzling Gleam, which I didn't know got. I mentioned this in the battle, but I'm also saying it right now. I didn't know got Dazzling Gleam until I made this team. Scald and Thunderbolt. I gave it Volt Switch because if I wanted to switch it out, if ever I was in the position where I needed to keep it, I could just Volt Switch out. But it's fully invested in HP and special attack with 4 in special defense. Yeah, it's female just because. Alright? Because we had nothing but males at that point. Next up, we have Rosa, the Excadrill. Rocky Helmet, Mold Breaker, Drill Run, Rapid Spin, X Scissor, Iron Head. I have been asked after the battle why by someone else in the league, why I chose to run Drill Run over Earthquake, and if you're watching, shut up. With 248 in HP, 252 in attack, 8 in special defense, I just figured why not make it bulky. It can outspeed a lot of things, but I'd rather it live a hit than outspeed everything. I know it sounds crazy, but if there's that one Mon that it won't outspeed on the team and it goes up against it, then if it can't take a hit, it's fucking useless. So I'd rather be bulky and strong than be fast and strong. But yeah, that's about it. So how about we go to the battle and see how this team turned out? Alright, so let's get on with the battle. I hope that the team that we prepped for is going to do great in this battle. So I lead off with Pringles, the Drapion, as my opponent, Kurt, leads off with Latias. So right off the bat, my first instinct is to set up spikes. That's what I'm talking spikes. It's the main reason why I led off with Drapion was to get the toxic spikes up, because I knew that he doesn't have a lot of removal except for defog. So he switched out. Actually, he switched out to from Latias to Rotom Heat, probably to burn me. I went for Night Slash because I am Scope Lens, so I do have a higher chance to crit. He does Willow me, so I am burned. And at this point, I'm like, I'm not switching out Pringles. He did his job by setting up toxic spikes, and now that he's burned, he's pretty much useless. So I'm going to just leave him out there, try and get as much damage done with Pringles as I can before he goes down. So he goes for Night Slash, brings Rotom to midway, which is good. Rotom Voltwishes, which is pretty common for Rotom. He sends out Staraptor. I'm thinking, okay, he's probably going to get Brave Birded here, so it doesn't really matter what happens this turn. I am going down. He actually goes for U-turn, which doesn't kill Pringles. Pringles lives with 5 HP. He comes out into Swampert, he's going to get poisoned from Toxic Spikes and just eat up a Night Slash because I'm burned, and that did at least, I think, a good 25% maybe. But he has recovery with leftovers, so it doesn't really matter. He takes damage from poison. He is going to just fuck up my Pringles. Nope, Pringles dies to burn. I forgot Pringles was burned for a second. But Pringles did its job, which I'm okay with. I send out Quagga, and here is where the magic happens. Quick Claw pops to let me move first. I hit him with an Energy Ball, and, you know, he's 4 times weak. He's not living Energy Ball. Swampert goes down. Quagga gets 1 kill. He sends out Weavile, which is his Z Captain. Weavile gets poisoned. Weavile has pressure, whatever. Quick Claw pops twice in a row. What are the odds? Quagga uses Bug Buzz to come and completely fuck Weavile's shit up. One-shots Weavile. I was super happy at this point. I'm still super happy seeing it. He sends out Staraptor. Will I get lucky a 3rd time and maybe one-shot him with Thunderbolt? No, I don't get lucky. He Brave Birds me. That's super effective. We already know that Quagga is not living, but Quagga did get 2 kills, so I'm happy with Quagga's work. So I send out Nightlight because it's an electric type. Lantern. I use Air Balloon because it is weak to ground, even though it is a water type. He switches out to Latias, which is a good move because I Thunderbolted thinking I would hit the bird. I instead hit Latias for minimal damage, which wasn't really, I wasn't really happy with it, but he used Energy Ball. I knew I would live 1 because Lantern is surprisingly bulky. Air Balloon pops. I go for Dazzling Gleam, which is a move I didn't know it got until I built that Pokemon. It didn't do much damage, but it did bring it down to below half, which is always a good spot to be. He uses Energy Ball to knock out Nightlight. That there was no way of saving Nightlight, you know. So I send out Rosa because she does have Mold Breaker, and Latios has Levitate, so I can hit Latios with ground type moves. He's going to switch out into Rotom. Now I've asked him after this battle what was his thought process of sending out a Pokemon weak to ground on a ground type with Mold Breaker. He said he wanted to burn me. Of course, he's not going to outspeed an Excadrill, so this is the end result. Drill Run one-shots his Rotom. He doesn't get to burn me. There's He sends out Wall Rain, which is a good move because he is a water type and Rosa is weak to water. But I knew that Rosa was bulky and would live at least one water type move. I used Iron Head to bring it to about half. He uses Waterfall, which I knew Rosa would already survive. I wasn't surprised at all. He got hurt by Rocky Helmet, which took him down even less. He recovers with leftovers, but takes poison damage, which will bring it to a good area for me, because I know that I outspeed and Iron Head will kill at this range, which it does. So I'm happy about that. He sends out Latias. I'm at this point. Excadrill has two kids. Excadrill has two kids, so I'm happy with his work. He uses Surf. I was 100% sure that I was not going to outspeed, which is good. Rosa can take a rest now. She got two kids and also two kills. I sent out Fu, the Entei, which if you watched the Teambuilder before, you know is a special Entei with Shadow Ball. I figure why not hit it super effectively. I know it might not kill, but it might bring it down to low enough that I can come in with my last Mon and take out Latias. Entei's going to live the Surf, go for Shadow Ball. As I predicted, it didn't kill, but it did bring it to low red, which is a great spot to be in, especially on a Mon like Latias, because Latias is bulky and hits hard. Entei is going to go down. In my point of view, it did its job. I sent it in to do some damage. It did some damage. It didn't do a lot, but it did some. So I sent out Farlap, the Mudsdale, my last Pokemon, and at this point I'm thinking, go for it. I'm Assault Vested. I have stamina. He's going to hit me and raise my defense. And I knew I would live the Surf because Assault Vest. So stamina obviously goes up. I in turn use Rock Slide. I miss. And here's I don't understand why he made this move. He withdrew Latias to send out Staraptor on a Mon that's using a Rock type move. I don't understand. But I used Rock Slide. I one-shot the Staraptor. Obviously, there's no spoilers there. It just happened in front of your eyes. There's no way a Staraptor is living a Rock type move. And he sends out Latias, which at this point, I'm like, I don't need to use Rock Slide anymore. So I can use whatever move I want. I know I'm going to live whatever he uses. He uses Draco Meteor, which what he should have done was use Surf. Instead of switching out, use Surf. Lose Latias, but come in with Staraptor and take me out. That was his big mistake in these final few rounds. I'm going to use Heavy Slam to take out Latias because I can. Latias faints. We pick up the W 1-0. What a great way to start off this season. Things to remember from this battle as the video ends. Quickavolt is amazing. Rosa did great, picking up 2 kills. Farlap also picking up 2 kills. Did great. I love Assault Vest Mudsdale, and if you're not using Assault Vest Mudsdale, you should be, because it is amazing. Entei, Special Entei was subpar, but it did do some damage, which is what I was expecting it to do. Nightlight didn't get to do a lot. Drapion did set up Toxic Spikes, which is what I wanted. So all in all, I'm happy with how I played. That double Quick Claw in a row, that pretty much won me the battle because, you know, you're not expecting something like that to happen. But that's all for this battle. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys in the next one. Ciao.